Hi, I'm Dan Dan, or DunDBO1, or whatever the fuck you want to call me these days. I haven't vlogged in probably like forever, but an old friend of mine and a fan of my band and a YouTuber tagged me in the, what's it called, the 18 questions about music tag, and I figured because it's about music, I might as well answer. I don't own any editing software, or have the time to do it, or a camera, so this is all completely raw. So if I fuck up, bear with me, yeah? Please. 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 The first question was, which bands, artists do you own the most albums by? I don't actually own many albums. I used to collect albums, and then when I moved to live on my own and various other things, a lot of stuff got lost in moving and stuff. And I just ended up with less CDs than I know I owned. But I own a few records, actually, weirdly enough. And the most albums, records combined I think I own is probably an old school punk band called The Damned. They're pretty much one of the most definitive bands I've ever listened to. They inspired me so much. They're just phenomenal. Go out and listen to them. It's hard to find any of their stuff except the newest album because they're old, so YouTube doesn't like them. The bastards. But yeah, it's probably The Damned. What was the last song I listened to? The last song I listened to was actually... It was 90 Degrees by the Elephant Trees, who are a small, well, not even that small, but they're a Leeds-based indie band, and I went to go see them live, and they released a music video, and it's really good, and I can't stop listening to it. It's really good. That was the last song I listened to, about 5 minutes ago, actually, before I started recording. What is in my CD player right now? Oh, I know this. The CD in my CD player right now, mainly because I don't use my CD player much, but that doesn't mean this album is any less good, is Thunder and Consolation by New Model Army, another old-school rock band that are quite old. I'm such a fucking hipster. Oh my god, I didn't even realise. You've probably never even heard of them. They're so underground. Yeah, but that's probably the best CD. I don't actually know what my CD player is. God, this place is kind of... I should clean. That's what I should do. What is the last show I attended? Well, to avoid repeating myself, it was actually the Elephant Trees. I went to go see their EP launch, or their single launch, and they played with like Ormstones and another band that I should remember that I can't, and Corn Flare. And it was really good. It was actually one of the best local shows I've seen in a long time. The crowd absolutely loved it, and it was just phenomenal. They played their little hearts out, and it was fantastic. What is the greatest show I've ever been to? The greatest show I've ever been to? Oh god, that's a question. As are all of these, to be honest. The greatest show I've ever been to. Oh man, that's... To be fair, they're not a band I listen to much anymore, and I've only ever seen them live once, but I went to go see a band called The White Lies, playing Leeds, just after they released their second album, and I don't know what the feeling was, if it was at the front or I knew all the words or whatever, but I had the time of my life. It was phenomenal. They sounded just like they did on the record, but with an extra flair that you just can't get from a lot of bands these days. What's the worst show I've ever been to? Oh god, Bowling for Soup. I love Bowling for Soup, don't get me wrong. But I went to go see them at Newcastle, and their set was so short, considering they're the headline band, and they just put no energy in. Like, it was really weird. You'd think that they'd be all over the place, but they kind of just played their songs and pissed off. It was really disappointing, because I was quite young, and I was really looking forward to seeing this band that I thought was so awesome. What is the most musically involved I've ever been? That's an interesting question. I've been doing music in the industry for about 7 years now, being in and out of bands and recording and all this nonsense that keeps me busy 24/7. So it's hard to say how musically involved I am, but I'm known in the local scene, I guess, and to promoters and stuff, I hope. Love me. But yeah, yeah. What show am I looking forward to? I'm going to plug myself here. The show I'm looking forward to the most is on the 7th of April. It's actually my own show. It's our EP launch. It's the biggest show I probably have ever played in my life, and we're playing with awesome bands. We got Taxi for Bob, Distorted Sky, Judy Drench. It's going to be mental. What is your favourite band shirt? My favourite band shirt is probably... 2 seconds, that's embarrassing. The video just popped up of me talking. That's a good idea while I'm trying to film a vlog. Thanks for that. Cheers, YouTube. It's fucking me here. It's all gone wrong. It's all gone wrong. Give me a minute. There we go, that'll do. I stepped on something. My favourite band shirt is probably the... I have a band shirt from a local pop-punk band called Your Illuminations. And I made it into a tank top. It's just really nice. I just really like it. It's a really nice top. I've lost the questions. Fuck this one, haven't I? What musician would you like to hang out with for a day? Simon Neil. He seems so cool, and Scottish people have the best voices. I would just love to chill with Simon Neil and have a beer and partay. That's what people say still, right? That's the thing. God. Who is the music? Oh, yeah. Who is the musician or group you wish to make a comeback? Backstreet Boys. No, not Medina Lake, even though they've decided to do that anyway. The band I'd like to see reform... dunno. Probably Lost Prophets, but without Ian Watkins. But with someone as good as Ian Watkins that doesn't fuck kids. That'd be nice. That'd be real nice. What is the one artist you've never seen live but always wanted to? Shit. It's another good question. So many questions. So many questions. Who do I listen to loads? Sum 41. I love Sum 41. And I had a chance to go see them, but I couldn't afford the ticket. I would love to go see Sum 41. Name 4 of the more flawless albums. I'll go for a niche one, because, like I said, hipster shit. The Proto-Men, Act 1, it's pretty much a story throughout the entire album, and it's recorded so it sounds like it was recorded in a post-apocalyptic world. I just think it's such a cool thing. The Damned's The Black Album, just a classic, sick-as-hell punk album. I'm going to go for an EP. This is me being silly. No, it's not. I'm going to go with it. As Sirens Fall, The Hospital Party. They're a band that I've known for a few years, and they're doing really well, and their EP was just amazing. I love it front to back. And finally, album. Enter Shikari, A Flash Flood of Colour. I just love Enter Shikari, and that album is just absolutely brilliant. How many concerts have you been to? There is no way I could tell you that. As I'm so involved in music, I go to local gigs all the time. I could not tell you how many I've been to. Who have you seen the most live? Going back to As Sirens Fall, as I do radio work for them and stuff, and just tend to love going to see them, I've seen them like countless times. So it's going to be As Sirens Fall. What is your favourite movie soundtrack? It's probably an unpopular opinion. Actually, no. I'm going to change my mind. You didn't even know what I was going to say. Definitely wasn't going to say Suicide Squad. It's just because I knew all the songs. But Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. It's got such a cool soundtrack, and the film itself is probably my favourite film of all time. So, what was the last musical phase before you wisened up? I don't know. I didn't really have that. I've grown up on the same shit, and I still love it. There's a few bands that I probably regret listening to. For example, Medina Lake, because they were awful. But I don't think I had a phase in which I regret. What is your guilty pleasure that you hate to admit liking? What's that one by Justin Bieber? 'Cause if you like the way you look that one, I love that song. I would say Ed Sheeran, but I'm not embarrassed to admit that, because Ed Sheeran's amazing. Anyway, this is the first video I've released on this channel for ages. Let me know if you want to see any more. And that was the 18 questions about music tag. Yeah, I tag more people, but I don't know if YouTubers or people who make videos. But I was done DV1, or Dan Accident, or Dan Dunn, or that prick that you see on the street some time ago. What the fuck is he doing? And yeah, see you later.